mama, and I can make you better, boy. So take this risk if you wanna.
Tap into Hop the series.
Whether a man or woman, want it or you got it. It's a divine affection. Yeah, you can't live without it. Such a lover, girl. I'll give you all the feels. Step into my world. I promise you'll love it here with me. You know this femininity. When I feel safe, when I feel heard, when I can trust you at your word, makes me feel soft. I'm just a girl, ready to nurture you. Just love it here with me. Femininity. I can read your aura. Get that skill from my mama, and I can make you better, boy. So take this risk if you wanna. A real lover, girl. I'll give you all the feels. Step into my world. I promise you'll love it here with me. You know this femininity. When I feel safe, when I feel heard, when I can trust you at your word, that makes me feel soft. I'm just a girl, ready to nurture you. When I feel safe, when I feel heard, when I can trust you at your word, that makes me feel soft. I'm just a girl, ready to nurture you. Femininity, don't let it hear whether a man or woman, want it or you got it.
A lot of entrepreneurs come to me asking what happens, what do you do when you get sick, when you own your own business? So here are my 5 tips for what happens when you get sick as an entrepreneur. 1, rest. Your business will be there when you come back. 2, rest. Your business cannot thrive if you are not thriving. 3, rest. You can't do good work in your business if you are not at your best. 4, rest. You deserve it. And last but not least, rest. As an entrepreneur, you're the beginning and the ending of your business. And if you're not right, your business cannot be right. So if you get sick as an entrepreneur, take your time and rest. Then make sure to follow me for more entrepreneurial tips and inspiration.
That was so cute.
Yo, I felt like you did that for a reason. Like, yo, that's all I've been hearing for the past 3 to 4 weeks.
Rest.
Wow.
Rest.
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 Well,
Rest.
let me do the intro. Good evening. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Welcome to Hop the Series, a House of Peach Inc. series produced by Peach ENT. Hop was created to inspire aspiring female entrepreneurs to chase their dreams through the art of storytelling by sharing real stories of courage, perseverance, and success. We empower women to believe in their vision and build the future they deserve.
They deserve. That's right. That's
All
right.
right. So tonight's topic is working through illness. And I absolutely love this topic because Vonda and I pushed through two illnesses. So we hope that you can benefit from the information here that we're going to share tonight. We hope you walk away with understanding what the difference between um the two types of illnesses, what it looks like, and you'll actually find out if you suffer from an illness because a lot of times we don't believe that we are. We believe that, we are, sometimes we write it off as we're being lazy
Mm-hmm.
or we're not tired or we're extremely tired, we're overworked. But sometimes those can be indicators of a potential illness. So we're going to talk about that tonight. We're going to talk about tips on how to push through. We're going
Yeah.
to share our personal stories. So before we start, how was your week? Well, the past 2 weeks, because we haven't been here because of illnesses. But how have your past 2 weeks been, Vonda?
Yeah,
How have you
they,
been feeling?
they have been eye opening. Eye opening situations really let me know that I needed some rest. So they've been a little rough, but getting back better after you have to, put what's important into play and shut some things down so that the body can't rest. Like she said, if you don't rest, the business can't thrive. You don't want to be. So I've been resting. I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of rest. Yeah.
Right. And same here. The past 2 weeks, I've just been kind of resting and listening to my body. Um,
You had a
and
birthday too.
as
That
we
was. I know that.
Yeah, I had a birthday, but it wasn't exactly, a time to really celebrate like that. You
Right.
know, I mean, it was a celebration, but then I had to push through in order to
Mm.
celebrate. So we'll talk about that a little later. So yes, happy birthday to me. I am 40 years old again. I've been 40 years old for multiple years, and I plan to be 40 years old until the day I am no longer here. So,
I'm gonna let you
happy
have that.
birthday
We
to
ain't
me.
gonna get into that.
So, I'm going to take us, you know what? Let's share the good news. We got so much coming up with this
Oh
series.
yeah.
That is one of the benefits of us not being on camera. We have, been behind the scenes
Hmm.
interviewing some fabulous women, booking them for the show. I'm excited. Not just women, even little bitty entrepreneurs will
Yes.
be on this show.
Yes.
Future women. So let me go to this screen. So we are excited because August, we're going to start to have our guests on. Vonda, would you like to share who's coming?
Yes. We have on August the 12th, we have Darlene Sturgeon, MBA, who will be coming on talking to those who are trying to start, females who are trying to start a business or a nonprofit and giving some wonderful tips. And if you're tuned into that show on August the 12th, which is called Keep On Moving, you'll be able to get some freebies out of that show from Darlene Sturgeon. Man, she is a magnificent woman with a lot of knowledge, and I'm talking by the snap of a finger type knowledge. And it's just I'm so excited and can't wait to have that interview on the show. And then that following week on the 19th, we have Elena Rose, lemonade stand. Everybody should know who Elena Rose, especially if you're in the DMV in the Delaware area. Helena Rose has started her lemonade stand, and I'm so excited to have her on the show. She is going to be, coming to talk about how it got started and how you take a lemonade and turn it into something. And so she's one of our youngest entrepreneurs on the show. So I'm really excited to hear about that. Definitely, she has her tomorrow. She's going to be training other young entrepreneurs how to set up their lemonade stands. So I'm so excited that we did get her on here as a guest so that we can start targeting our younger generation and get our young entrepreneurs out there. And she is 10 years old, so I'm so excited.
Yeah, but you didn't even share that she's been doing this ever since was 5 or
Five
6?
years since she was 5 years old, she's been doing the lemonade stand. Yes.
That is so inspirational. I mean, at 5 years
Many
old,
articles, write-ups, and I don't want to spoil it all, but you guys, she has another she's about to become something big, and she's going to announce that on our show on the 19th. So make sure you find out, tune in to see what her next venture is.
yeah, I tried to put Lemonade Day up there. Let's see.
Yeah,
It's
there.
tomorrow, Thursday, July 30th, and it's at where is it? At the
It's
Sankofa Summer
Topa
Camp.
Summer Camp, and she'll be
So
teaching some of the kids there at the Inner City Cultural League how to start their own lemonade stand. So that's going on tomorrow. All RSVPs are closed. So if you're looking to get on, you won't be able to. It's a full class. But uh, we have been, Peach will be stopping by tomorrow with the VIP pass to get some behind the scenes look and see what she's doing. So I thought that was great.
yeah, I wanted to make it bigger. Yep. So they go the Lemonade Day. So come out and support Helena Rose tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. I think this is so awesome.
And then on
Wow.
Saturday, the 15th, those students who got are getting trained tomorrow, they'll have different lemonade stands all throughout Dover where people can come up and purchase their lemonade. So make sure you support our youth.
Yay. I will be there. I will be trying to get there.
I'm gonna try to get to everyone.
All right. So the rest of the stuff that you see on screen, like let's chat. Oh, sorry. Let's create community and the women's rights timeline is important to. You should always know where you come from, so you know
Mm,
where you're going. So you can check out all of these things inside of the mobile app, the House of Peach mobile app. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get myself together because I really am just getting my voice back. I really couldn't
yeah, you
talk
are.
all that well. But yes, you could get all this information in the House of Peach mobile app. All of the ladies that you will see on this show, you will have access to them. They will be located in our mobile app with their episodes, their links for contact. Um, Great mentorship opportunities with some of these ladies that's in the app. Great ways to support them. If you love what they're doing, please do. Just support, support, support. Hit them
Mhm.
links. And if you're watching and you want to be on the show, go to houseofpeach.org and schedule an interview with myself and Smack, and we'll get you in. And we'll talk about how fabulous you are in your business. So, are you ready to get into this topic for tonight?
Yeah, let's get into it. Let's go.
All right. So tonight's topic is working through illness, right? And Vonda, how many do you know that it's two types of illnesses that people suffer with or through in their lifetime? Is two types that you can have?
I would think like when you ask that question, I look at myself. You may have something that's short term, like
Mm-hmm.
that's just there for maybe like like say bronchitis. You may have that for 4 to 6 weeks, but then you got some that are long term that is like what I got. You know what I'm saying? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, there are two types of illness, but I'm glad you know that because a lot of people don't. And so
Hmm.
we're going to talk about that tonight. Let me put it up on the screen, the types of illnesses. Now, hi everyone. So, your entrepreneur, your favorite one, possibly during some time of them running their businesses, might suffer from one or if not both of these types of illness. You have one that's the acute illnesses, which is short term. That's your colds.
Hmm.
Um, And let me just read it here. Acute illnesses come on suddenly and usually last a short period of time. They are often caused by infections, injuries, or temporary conditions like viruses or whatever. These are your common colds, the flu, strep throat, ear infection, pneumonia, bronchitis, food poisoning, stomach viruses, those type of things. Basically, you can heal from acute illnesses, right?
Mhm.
But they
Right.
do create temporary setbacks when you are entrepreneur, especially if you have a one man type of business where you're the total functioning party. So it'll set you back. It'll make your business possibly not open for that day or that 2 days or maybe a week or so, the most, or a week or most.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so those are your acute illnesses. Um, and then there's another type of illness, which is the chronic illness. These are the long term ones. These are the
Yeah.
ones that last for 3 months or longer, or may last throughout your lifetime. And some illnesses have a progression cycle over time.
Yeah.
So the key features are develop slowly over time, last 3 months or longer, may not have a single known cause, require ongoing management, and management meaning pain management. You might need several therapies, several types of treatments, and
That's
can affect
me.
your daily life and activities. There are a few examples here, but I do have a list and categories of these chronic illnesses. But first, let's talk about acute illnesses, Matt. How do you handle like the common everyday illness when running your business? What advice would you give for somebody that might have a cold? They might have some type of infection. They might have, common for me. I'm always getting that stomach virus. I can't stand it. I
Mhm.
don't know why I'm always getting it, but the stomach virus.
I mean,
How did you push through with that?
for me, when you notice, most of the time, we have to be able to listen to our bodies. You feel what I'm saying? So if you know that you can tell when you're getting sick, get out in front of it. Whether it's to go get something over the counter, you know what I'm saying? Start there. If you notice this isn't getting better, make an appointment for the doctor so you can get an antibiotic to get rid of it right away, so that you're not having to be away from your business too long. If you have the type of business where you got to be out in front of someone, you don't want to be out doing the work while you're sick, getting someone else sick. So it's always good if you have a partner or if you got an assistant, you could train them to do certain things. That's what's in the business. But most importantly, it's about taking care of self and getting yourself together so that you can, be out in front of your business, representing the way that it should be represented so it can thrive. So when you're sick, your business is really sick. So you have to take
Yes,
the pre-actions, the precautions to make sure you're on time. You know what I mean? You always got to have a what they call it, a plan A or a plan B. Sometimes you can't get upset if you have to cancel something. You're sick. Nobody can present it
right,
like I can. You feel me?
right. That is true. I mean, the last 2 weeks, what I did was my first course of action is to actually contact whoever my customer is.
Mm-hmm.
So with us, I contacted the people that we had to interview and say, hey, maybe I might put a little script in there, that says, hey, you can already have it pre-formatted. Hey, I'm not feeling well. I'm under the weather. Is it possible for us to reschedule?
Yeah.
If we're having the shows, maybe I think we kind of fell short with that. Maybe rebroadcast the show. We did
Yeah.
that one week, or
Yeah.
possibly put up something that's like a flasher that says tonight House of Peach will not be live, due
Yeah.
to whatever the reason it is, like technical
Mm-hmm.
difficulties or whatever. So just I feel that when you're transparent and you actually have a conversation with whomever your customer is, most people are understanding. Now, I've had situations where some of them weren't understanding, like when we were having the fairs and stuff like that, and people couldn't understand if we needed to reschedule. and that wasn't necessarily about illness. It was more so about weather and other conditions that we thought
Yeah, you're
was
looking out for people.
preventative measures to avoid people from getting sick. So
Right.
I try to do that. Another thing I think as an entrepreneur, we seriously need to um have preventative measures like take vitamins. I suck at that. Get into some herbs with your doctors.
Yes.
Consent,
Yeah.
talk to your doctor, especially if you're on multiple medications and all of these different things. We got to probably be a little bit more cautious about our health.
Yeah.
A lot of preventative things.
You know,
And then
you
go
know, I
ahead.
you remember how many pills I used to be on? And I used to be on 26 different pills, right? But when I start putting natural oils and herbs into my diet, and checking with the doctor first, and like you said, the vitamin is very important. Making sure you can take those with the medicines you're on. I'm now only down to 9 pills I take now, as opposed to those 26. So it does, educate yourself about what you're going through. Very great jewel you just dropped there, and you'll find out that you
Right.
have more energy as well.
And another thing, I think if you can get some work done prior, like us with these shows, maybe we should have pre-recorded a couple. So if something was to ever happen, we
Well,
could just, let's pop in this show.
you got plenty of fault. Trust me.
Let's pop in this show. We recorded this. This is a pre-recorded House of Peach show. And the topic for tonight is we're not going to be here.
Right.
But we wanted you to get this information. So
Yeah.
it's so much, that you could do.
Hmm.
And if, like you said, I agree. If you could have an assistant, maybe you don't have a two-man team like I have an assistant. Maybe I should have trained her to come on here and do a show, right?
Yeah.
And
Right.
stream herself.
Yeah. I think she
Maybe
love it.
yes, and maybe if you have a partner, so like you and I are on here.
Yeah.
Maybe on the day I was sick, you could
I
have
could have came
streamed.
on here and done it.
Yes. So,
Yeah.
delegate. So it's
Mhm.
just so much you could do with
Yep.
the acute illnesses until you push through. But like I said, just for me, let your customers know exactly what's happening so you don't let their hopes down, because I know people always are expecting us,
Yes,
right?
definitely. Definitely.
Yeah, so working through illnesses. And that's just for the acute, like we said, the short-term illnesses. The most important part is do what you can, and what you can't, take care of yourself so you could come back after that 5 to 7 days. Some acutes last maybe 3 days. Just do
Hmm.
what you got to do to be able to come back well rested, healed, and to be able to um, be there for your customers.
Yes, that's important because you don't want to lose your client base, your customers. You don't want to lose that. And most customers love it when you're very transparent with them. Everybody gets sick, everybody knows. So when something's going on, just be very transparent, and just have a backup plan. Always have that.
Right. And
You're
remember,
right.
you are human.
You are human. That's
You
right.
are human.
Yes.
Right. You are human, so you're going to suffer from some human conditions.
Yes.
So if you are watching, because I see you out there, please feel free. Let us know, what do you do when you have to work through an illness? Let us know.
Right.
Drop it in the comment section. We'll read it. Yeah, I think this is, great. Vonda, do you have anything else you like to share about acute illnesses? Some other as you say, jewel droppers?
No, I think I think we hit everything on the acute. When you get over here to the long term now, that's gonna be, something slightly a little different. But yeah, I think we hit everything on that.
Okay. Okay. So let's get to the types of illnesses. We're going to go into the chronic illness. This is the illnesses that last maybe 3 months longer, or they could be progressive. So let's talk about that. So the list of chronic illnesses, right? Because there are several
Mm-hmm.
categories you can have. Now, listen, I'm going to read through this, right? Because as I was going through it, I said, damn, I have multiple chronic illnesses.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, I was looking at
so
that too. Looking at different ones up here. Mm.
all right. So the first category is the autoimmune conditions, right? Which is a chronic
Oh,
illness category. Under
okay.
it is lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, s- multiple what is it? Scoliosis, sclerosis, uh
Multiple sclerosis.
sclerosis. There we go. Surgeon syndrome, another form of arthritis.
Wow.
I don't want to read Hashimoto's thyroiditis, Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis. I'm going to put these charts, everything that we talk about here, I'm going to put them out on the Hop YouTube and all our other pages. So I'm not going to read them all. I just want to get through them quick, and then we're going to talk about smack and I our chronic illnesses. So neurological conditions, migraine disorders, epilepsy, Parkinson's, neuropathy, uh, pain conditions. I'm gonna go real quick.
Right.
Fibromyalgia, which is common, chronic fatigue syndrome, endometriosis, arthritis, heart and blood disorders, the common ones, hypertension, heart disease, congestive heart failure, anemia, sickle cell, respiratory conditions. We know those: asthma, COPD, pulmonary fibrosis. Ah, wow, they added the long C word up there that everybody was getting in
COVID.
2020. Yeah,
Yeah,
well, we not supposed to say that word on the internet.
oh, I'm sorry.
That'll
Long,
get you blocked. The C word.
the long C.
Yes. Endocrine and metabolic disorders. That's where you get the diabetes, type 1, type 2, thyroid, polycystic ovary syndrome, Addison's disease. And then the women's health conditions, the endometriosis, adenoma, uterine fibroids, chronic pelvic pain, premature menopause. Oh my God.
Mm.
So then you got cancer, and of course we know breast, ovarian, cervical, colon, leukemia, lymphedema, and then the mental health conditions, which is depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder, PTSD, OCD, and you could add schizophrenia and the works in there. So Vonda, after me reading all of these diseases, did you realize that you had several chronic
Yes.
diseases,
Yeah.
chronic illnesses that's up here that
Yes.
is trying to stop you from becoming the very best entrepreneur that
Lord.
you can actually be?
Yes. I looked at all of this, and my diagnosis is definitely up there. And then after that diagnosis, I saw some other ones come after the diagnosis to add it. So yeah, I definitely see that. For those that may not know that are tuning in, I am fighting stage 4 metastatic breast cancer. As we speak, been fighting for 4 years now. Fight like smack, what you see behind me. And I also just going back up. Remember, when I moved to here to Delaware from Maryland, I found out I had asthma. It's not something that's all the time, but it comes because the air is so different in Delaware. I also have neuropathy, um, you know, and I have high blood pressure, hypertension. So those are definitely some chronic illnesses that, if you don't take care of them, they can destroy your life. If you don't fight like you're supposed to and take care of yourself, could definitely destroy yourself. Um, so just want to put that out there, is like really study up on what your illness is and come up with a formula. And sometimes that formula has to so for your business, so that you're able to still do some things in your business. It's all based upon the formula that you set forth. And I try to account at least within a week's time to get some time on the schedule when I know I have to do flyers. If I know I have to meet with people, I try to get those things on there so that the business tries to continue while I can still get my rest too.
Wow.
Did
Wow.
you did you want me to tell some more stuff or leave it there?
No, we're going to leave it there because we're going to talk about methods to how to handle living with a chronic disease and being an entrepreneur. And then we'll share our perspectives and what we think. So, going through this list, I realized, and I'm just going to say I got 5 of these chronic
Mm,
illnesses, right? Just right off the rip. I got 5 of them, right?
mm,
And managing them is quite difficult at times because sometimes we don't want to actually face that we have these chronic conditions. But I will name one. I am a diabetic, and it comes with a series of symptoms that, I guess because we've normalized people having what we used to call, what our grandparents used to call the sugar.
it's sugar. Yeah.
Yes, that we don't really realize how much of a health risk it is, how
Yeah.
serious it is. It's just as serious as cancer, it's just as serious as HIV, but I think it's just too commercialized now that people don't even, they hear I have it and then they don't take care of it the way you supposed to,
Right.
and don't get the treatment that you need to, and then you don't pay attention to the signs and symptoms of
Mm,
when your diabetes is not regulated and how it can impact your life.
yeah.
um so I'm gonna take us to the regular screen, and I guess we could talk about how we actually deal with our chronic illnesses, and then we'll give people some advice. So Vonda, how do you deal with balancing being an entrepreneur and having cancer? How do you balance that? And just give people, explain what a day feels like when your cancer is not being cooperative with what you would like to do for yourself. You are on mute, or either I can't hear you. Talk. Go
Hello.
ahead. I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
So one of the things that I do is my health is first. That's number one. Appointments, the treatments, um, the formula that I have to do, my regimen, that comes first. And how I balance that next is I look at what I need to do for my business, and some things goals that I may have, or let me put it like this, a vision or something that I may want to do may have to get pushed out a month later, or because if I'm not here, it can't get completed anyway. So my appointments, what the doctor tells me, right now I'm a little bit slower because now I got to wear this brace, this back brace to support my spine. And that's what I have to do. I have to go back through it. And lots of times I know you'll hear me, yo, I need to get it on the schedule, or I'll tell you, oh, I got this a lot of time. But I work off of a schedule now to make sure I'm getting the rest that I need, because the body can't heal if you're not resting. And so that's what I've had to do is I work more off of a schedule, and I give my body 8 hours out of that day, and the rest of those hours is for the business. And
Right.
sometimes you just have to balance it. I've had to step away from some organizations that I belong to. I had to, bring my time back to me so that I just can't do as many things as I used to. My mobility is not the same. So a lot of what I do is virtual, or behind the scenes, or over the phone, or having a lot of Zoom meetings, and I can't be in direct sunlight, which stops a lot now too, because of the meds and how it fatigues me very quickly. I lose my energy, so I try not to go out in the sun daytime because I know I got more energy if I don't. So I'm able to get more done.
Mm,
And then I still work a job. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about balancing it all. And it was hard at first, but now I got it. I'm getting my rest. I'm still working, and I'm still able to do what I need for the business. And I did that by being very deliberate, and very, using a time management system.
okay.
That's what I
Okay.
had to do, and learn to say no. I'm actually using my manager now. So if people want me to come out and speak at things, they have to go through her now instead of coming through me, because she already knows what the schedule is, and she can say no. She unfortunately, you'll have to hit us up in 3 or 4 months, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay. You are very organized.
I had to start
Very.
doing it because it was causing a lot of havoc.
Okay. And so what does it explain to the people, like a typical, what the body feels like when you're battling stage 4 cancer, so they can
Oh,
understand
hmm.
how you're actually pushing through to be able to show up for your customer.
Oh, okay. So like right now, I'm on pain management through palliative care. There are certain times I have to stay. It's very important to take your meds at the same time every day, because I have excruciating pain. I have two fractures on my tailbone, where there is a lesion there's cancer tumors, and so two tailbones recently have been fractured. So I'm always in pain, and so this is the day I wake up in the morning. I got to make sure that I eat a complete breakfast, because even though you're fighting and you're taking chemo, you still have to keep the nutrients in your body. So before, I would probably eat 1 or 2 meals a day. I now eat 3 meals a day, take my meds 3 times a day with a meal. Um, and I look at my calendar. I'm always the night before making sure whoever I have an appointment with is still available to meet. And sometimes they'll say, "Oh, I need to reschedule." I send them the link to reschedule. You see what I'm saying? But then that allows me an extra hour to either rest or to work on something else. But for me, I'm constantly in pain. My pain level every day is anywhere between a 4 and 6, and I still keep moving. Whether, I got to push myself. Sometimes I don't have the energy, but it comes from making affirmations, and you just got to keep fighting like smack and stick to the schedule. I mean, I don't, I know, I just love the schedule. I mean, I work, I work 1 to 5 now. So I have that. The morning time is when I have all my doctor's appointments. I go get my treatments, things like that. I start work from 1 to 5 now. And so it can be challenging sometimes because I may get tired, but I got to know that, like, yo, this is my schedule. And I just ask God, give me strength, keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. And it's just a routine. And once have something that's a routine, starts to become comfortable. And I got to listen to my body. I can't be pushing my body to the point where it's not getting rest. So that
Right.
rest has to be in there, because you're not gonna like you ain't gonna like it when I'm antsy, and I don't want to burn the business by getting smart, just in a way. You know what I'm saying? So you got to stick
Yeah.
with the formula. Got to. What about
Yeah.
you?
Well, Being a diabetic, as you know, comes with a lot of from my experience, a lot of pain.
Mhm.
Contrary to what people believe, that diabetics don't experience too much pain. It's just, people think it's a eating disorder. Just stay away from the sugar and you'll be fine. But really, it's a balancing act. So you spend your time trying to keep your sugar between a certain level. If you do completely avoid the sugars, your sugar could go low, and that's the issue. You feel like you're walking through a bog. You're extremely fatigued.
Mhm.
um and that creates pain. And then when your sugar is high,
Yeah.
I automatically know, because it's like my brain being a delirium where I can't really think. Everything is cloudy, which makes it extremely hard to
Mhm.
function when you're trying to run a business and your sugar's high in your brain. All your
I've
thoughts
been
is
around you when
cloudy.
it
You can't
happened.
pull it together. um but yeah, the most I could kind of deal with most things, but it's just the extreme body pain.
Yes.
The extreme body pain where I can't get out of the bed, where I want to just lay there and just pull up a computer. And sometimes I can't do that because my whole entire body will be hurting, like my arms
Mhm.
and my legs. And it's not I also do have arthritis. So I know the difference between the neuropathy pain and the arthritic pain.
Mhm.
The arthritic pain is hard, yeah. But the neuropathy pain, that pain that's in your veins, your nerves,
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
nothing
That's
to play
different.
with. It's
Yeah.
extreme.
Uh,
It hurts really bad. Um,
Even to squeeze it, they don't. You know.
yeah,
Ah,
trying to get out of the bed and be able to stand on your legs, feel
the
like you just
blood
want to
flow. Yeah.
collapse down to the floor. Um, so when you couple that, like I said, I have 5 on that list. When you couple the neuropathy pain with the arthritic pain, it is just a
Yeah.
it's a nightmare.
So
It's a
you had,
nightmare.
yeah. So you had said about bringing the devices. It's amazing you said that because I always thought a phone is just for a phone, right? I learned from you. Your phone is also your computer. So that's helped me out a lot here in the past like year and a half, really using my phone for what I can use it for, like handling business. Now I have the right apps on it to send the email. I always feel like I got to be in front of the computer to send an email or just to do business. It's just that mindset, that old school mindset that I had. But I'm learning
Right.
that with my iPad and with my phone, that it's pretty cool because what's done on the computer is right there transferred to your devices. So while you're sitting there relaxing, you are able to answer some emails. And I'm very I was going to ask you, do you check your emails all throughout the day or do you set a time for that?
No, I check them throughout the day, but I didn't finish sharing. But
Oh,
yeah, I check them throughout the day. A lot of times when you're a diabetic, you get the opportunity because if your sugar is high, you have like frequent urination spells where you just keep
mm,
chronically getting up at night in that
mhm.
day. So I've noticed I started just coupling that with my
Mm.
business. So if I know I'm gonna get up to go to the bathroom, then I take my phone and I'll look and
Oh,
take a look at my
you,
emails and
you just
stuff
dropped the
like
dough.
that. So yeah, if I got neuropathy and I'm in extreme pain and I'm laying in the bed and I can't get up, because listen, your legs literally feel like you got trees at the bottom that you can't lift. Like I said, on the side of my bed, I have my computer, I have my laptop, I have my mouse, I have a microphone. I'll pull that stuff to the side of me and try to push through, especially if the pain is just so bad and I can't sleep. I'll take that opportunity to work on my business. Um,
Wow, you just
so
dropped the
yeah,
jewel there. I appreciate that.
yeah. Um,
Mm.
and like I said, I just push through. And a lot of times I'll be in the public, people won't even know that I'm standing there just legs burning, my legs, my arms burning. And I just push through. But
Man,
then you've been with me in the public. I'm like, can I get your cane for a minute? Can I can I just do sit down for a minute? Because yeah, it's a lot. And shout out to our grandparents. We used to laugh at y'all with the pain and the oohs and the ahs. I don't know how y'all kept it going because sometimes I just want to pass out.
mm-hmm.
I really be wanting to pass out, but yeah.
Wow.
And
You
let's not
hide it
talk
well.
about, huh?
You hide it well.
Yeah, I be in extreme pain, like literally to the point of
What?
sitting down and then having that struggle to have to get up, and it be really really painful, but I
Well,
just, like I said, I push through. And then when you add menopause onto that, which is a whole nother chronic illness,
boy,
so you
you
just be
let's not
going
talk
through.
about. Don't even talk about that.
You just be going through. But yeah, chronic illnesses. So I don't have a calendar like you. I'm not well organized. I think it's because you are more in tune with what's going on and you accept it. Me, I am sort of like, okay, I know I have these things, but I'm going to live life as if I don't have them. And that's
Hmm.
probably not a good thing, but I, just in my mind, I got to push through. Like right now, my legs are actually hurting. I actually put up accommodations like under my desk. I have a little stool that I could put my legs up on. I have
Yeah,
an ottoman. I try to purchase my stuff with ottomans. If I can't sit at my desk, like I said, my bed, or I sit on my couch, it has an ottoman. You
yeah,
just, find a way around the way. And I make it my business when I'm up to work on my business. Come up with ideas
yeah.
through the
So
pain.
one of the things I did, Peach, is I now have an ergonomic chair, a mesh ergonomic chair for my back, for my spine. I can't be in my comfy game chairs no more. So I
Mm.
had to get something to support my back, and it also has a neck rest to it, head rest on here, like I can just lean back. The other thing that we're about to acquire is a riser for my desk, so that if I have to stand, because sitting too long isn't good, but standing is better. You feel what I'm saying? So getting a desk riser, some things that were thrown out there to me from the cancer center. So that's good that you said that. And learning how to drive the buggy in the grocery store, that's the other thing that I've started to utilize a little bit more too.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes I would just get behind a cart and walk, but then you go into places like Sam's or Walmart, you need that cart, because you get a quarter way in, your whole body's freaking hurting.
Yeah, I get behind that cart quick, but now I have developed a habit of, if you are in too much pain, just get in the buggy. Just
Yeah,
let go and get in the buggy. I used to push myself through, and by the time I get home, I would be so daggone tired. Like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I allow myself to go through that. But yeah, pushing through. You gotta make a way. Like, I love what you said with the time management. But for me, with being a diabetic and this arthritis, it just comes on like so sudden that I can't really time manage that. But what I can do is associate something to it. So when this occurs, if your legs are hurting bad and you got to wake up, then utilize that time.
Right. I also set
Check your
hours.
phone. Huh?
I don't do things after certain hours.
Oh, okay. No, I don't. I just, like I said, I
Get your
associate.
rest.
Huh?
You got to get your rest. After 9 o'clock, the day is done. My
I
day
get
ends
it.
at 9 p.m.
I get
After
it.
that, oh, that's my time. That's rest time.
I get it. All right, so let me pull up this chart that gives suggestions if you suffer from a chronic illness such as cancer, diabetes. I'm gonna just flash that list up there again because I'm sure if you are over the age of 45, you might have at least one or two of these things. I could see it. I got the arthritis. I got, like I said, the diabetes. I see the menopause up there. I see a few of them that I'm not gonna
Yeah.
spend the whole time. Then I think being the anemia.
I would say we're
Um
super women. We're super women. Because I mean, I think we could take one out of one. Well, you could probably take one out of a couple of them. You know what I mean? But I'm looking at it and I'm like, yo, seen like we're super women. Are we human?
Yeah, you never know what your local business owner is going through. So,
They
be
do.
nice when they
Be
don't
nice.
show up the way you want them to show up. So,
Mhm.
here are some tips, right? 8 strategies for sustainable success. So, like I told you and Vonda told you, we have periods of excessive tiredness sometimes. Like
Mhm.
your body, after days on end of dealing with pain, it gets tired. You get
Yeah.
tired. So it says work with your energy. Identify your best energy hours, schedule important tasks during that time. Give yourself permission to rest without guilt. That's
Mhm.
essentially what you do, Vonda. um Batch and plan ahead. Create content, record videos, and write posts on good days. Schedule everything in advance. Stay consistent even when you need to rest.
That's
I
me.
think I'm pretty good at that.
Yeah, I
Like
think you
creating
are.
content and writing posts on my good days, and I'll
Hmm.
create like a couple posts just in case. And I try to stay consistent as much as possible. Create systems, document your processes, use checklists, build a business that can run even when you can't show up. Now that is kind
Mhm.
of hard for the small
Yeah,
entrepreneur.
yeah, that
When
is hard. I would love to hear some. I would love to dig deeper into that, and you
Go
know,
ahead, elaborate.
no, no, no. I would like to do some research into how to get that done. I
Oh,
mean,
okay.
you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, build a business that can run even when you can't show up. Yeah,
That's when you have partnerships and stuff
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
that can, or you can automate a lot of things.
right.
Oh, excuse me. It's like now my back is killing me. All right, automate and use technology. Automate email marketing, scheduling, and invoicing. Use AI tools to save time and energy. Work
Mhm.
smarter, not harder. Now, I love, I'm a computer techie person.
Yes,
So it's
Lord.
nothing for me to go on. But I can see where this would be hard if a person isn't used to or accustomed to using computers, or they're not comfortable with AI. But
Right.
AI and technology is my friend. I told y'all, when I get up in the middle of the night, I grab my phone and look at my emails because I know that is a time that I am up, and then I go lay back down, and
Yeah.
then up, Mr. Diabetes say get up 3 hours later because we got to go to the bathroom because we enjoyed that iced tea with that little bit more of sugar in it. So,
Man. There you go. Yep.
so the next one. Diversify your income. Don't rely on just one income stream. That is important. important. That is important for any entrepreneur, and that is important for anyone in any situation. But today we're just talking about working through illnesses. So yeah, diversify your income. Don't rely on your small business as much. If you know you got a chronic illness, if you know there are going to be times where you are down, like in Vonda's case, if you know you may have to have extreme therapies like chemotherapy, if you're
Hmm.
diabetic, worst case scenario, you can't control your diabetes and you might have to get a limb cut off, or, you
Yeah.
know,
You
because
know.
it can get ugly with it.
Oh, yeah.
Have, multiple streams of income. um, this one I love, and I had to learn this one because I had an issue with outsourcing. But outsource what drains you. Hire help for tasks that drain your energy. Get a virtual assistant, editors, designers, bookkeepers can give you back time.
Yep.
And I have an assistant, and I am about to utilize her services a little bit more, and she's dying to have more responsibilities. So I will be contacting you soon, and I appreciate
That's
everything
good
that you
call.
do. Yeah, because I need to outsource, because, and I don't know if you noticed this, Vonda, for yourself, but I've been battling with this for multiple years, and it's very progressive.
What's
Like
that?
my diabetes 5 years ago was
Uh huh.
more manageable than it is
It's today.
5 years later.
Mm.
And I don't know if that's, comes with age or whatever,
I think it
but
does.
I'm at the point where I'm starting to feel it more, and I need to hire or outsource more, because I'm used to being the person in my brands for everything. But
Yeah.
it can't work like that anymore. I don't have the capacity. Um the time. I don't have the energy.
Because we're older, and so you do have to outsource some of it, or you have to think of other creative ways to get the work done. And thank God the technology. I'm gonna keep it real. I don't. When doing a flyer, sometimes I may use Chat GPT because I just don't have the energy to pull open Photoshop and start from scratch. You
You
know.
remember that? How we used to get on them different programs,
I
and
mean,
I had the energy to go outside and network in
mhm,
person, run down on people. Now I just see a bunch of things and I'm like, okay, I want to get to that because I know that'll help my small business. But
yeah,
then by the time that night comes or that day comes for me to show up and be present, my body
mhm,
doesn't want to cooperate with me.
yeah. That's why it's
So,
important to if you're doing like, I know for me, I now have like a budget that I have money that goes into a certain pot that's just for outsourcing, that I know I need this, but I don't have the energy to do it, and then I could do a virtual meeting, get a consultation or something, let them know what I want. This is what I have to invest into it, and be able to trust that company or that other business to get the job done. You know,
well,
yeah.
Darlene say outsourcing gives you more capacity to build. I believe that, and I'm starting to see that.
Mm-hmm.
More people power is always great.
Yeah.
She says hi, hi.
Yeah.
Um, and then another one says build your brand and share your story.
Oh, I'm
And I
so
learned
big
that
on that.
from you.
Yeah.
I learned that from you when you used to tell me, like, just say, let the people know. And I'm like, but if I let the people know, they're going
Mm-hmm.
to look at me like I'm not capable of performing the task or running the business, or they're not going to rely on me for whatever services I have. But today I've changed that. That's why I'm being transparent on this show, because
Yeah.
I would have never before told anyone that I deal with diabetes and it has an impact on my capabilities. I would have never done it.
Right.
I just would have showed up and got whatever done. And if I'm in pain, oh, you remember those festivals and all those
Oh
things I
my
used to put
gosh.
together.
Let's
And then
not
at the
talk
end
about
of the
that.
night, I couldn't
Oh man.
walk.
Look, yo, I will never, ever, ever, ever forget. But that is why I'm like, you are the strongest woman that I know. Like, I'm like, yo, you just did this for 2 days straight, hardly no sleep, pushing, 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 beautiful festival. And at the end, you deserve. I remember one time at the end of one, I don't know if you slept the whole day or what. You was gone. But that's that perseverance. That's that passion. That's that, yo, the show must go on.
And that's that foolishness because at the end of everything,
You was
my
hurt.
legs would be burning, my whole body. All I could feel every last
Couldn't move.
nerve in my body and couldn't move.
But you know what you taught me? I used to push myself just a little bit more. You know, me, I would stop as soon as I felt the first pain. That's a big baby. But going through what I'm going through now, I can push myself a little more. But now I done heard the signs. And it is because we're older. We don't have that energy that we had when we were younger. And we must listen to our bodies. And we must have things into place, especially when you have businesses. But we also have to remember is that we need that rest because the business cannot thrive if you don't have the rest. Nobody is going to do it like you.
Right,
Nobody's going to represent it. And I love
right,
that. I love how you started sharing your story because when we get back to sharing those personal stories are impacts. People, with us sharing our story, they're seeing what the heck we're going through to achieve what we're trying, for our businesses to thrive. You feel what I'm saying? We're
right,
sharing that story. And it's nothing wrong. It's not like you're telling your business. It's a part of who you are and why that business, why your business is here and why you're doing it. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So I'm all big for the storytelling. I want you to keep telling that story.
So Darlene said grinding and working hard at 30 is different than
Oh
at
yeah,
56. It is.
right.
It is. So sharing your story, it says your story can inspire and help others. Authenticity builds trust and a loyal community. Be seen, be heard, be you. And I
Yeah.
really struggle with that because I thought my chronic illnesses were I just
Holding
I
you
just
back.
felt it would make me look like I'm just incapable of
Nah.
running or doing anything. But
On the
yeah, today I'm like, you know what? Today it is okay to say this is not a good day. It
yeah,
is okay to reschedule. It is okay to rely on your team. It is okay. It is okay. I had to tell myself, you are not less than because you
right.
have this issue,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But yeah, I'm a little slower at getting things done, and I'm okay with that. I'm more quicker to say I cannot show up, and I'm okay with that. As long as I do it the correct way to keep my business functioning, I am okay.
Yeah.
And
Just
I'm happy.
mm-hmm.
I'm happy for you
Smile.
and me
Look, I'm
that
still smiling despite what I'm going through.
right. But
Shoot,
I'm
because
happy that we're willing to do it. I'm
yeah,
happy that we have the willpower through everything, the pain that you're going through now, you may potentially go through to
yeah,
get up every day and decide to keep your business
yeah,
good.
yeah,
Shell Paul said the fatigue is real. When glucose levels are high, it can shut you down. Yes. And I,
yeah.
I didn't even mention that, right? And you probably never even noticed it. But it would be times you would probably think I'm really sleepy. but it's just that my
Yeah.
sugar be so high that my body just shuts itself down. And then I would be waking up looking around like, oh
Yeah, I've
shoot.
seen that. And there's been times I had to get you from behind the hey, you pull the truck over, get on the other side because your vision was going weird.
So yeah, it's yeah, chronic
Yeah.
illnesses, living with them, functioning with them, running a business with them, you know. So
Yeah.
the last one is protect your health always. Rest is not lazy, and I am guilty for saying that. I always felt that if I slept during the day, I'm lazy, I'm wasting time.
I'll never forget.
Um and I felt so terrible about myself. Yes, this is live to live. I felt so terrible about myself.
Yeah.
And so I had to get over it. So it
Yeah.
says rest is not lazy, it's a strategy.
Right.
Protect your mental, emotional, and physical well being. A healthy you equals a sustainable
Business.
business.
It does. A healthy you equals a sustainable business. Yes. So
Yep. Let
I
me
like
read some of
that.
these comments to live. That's not your sugar being high. That's your sugar being beneath your blood sugar normal level. That's why you feel tired, fatigued, stressed, and anxious. No, when your sugar is excessively high to live, like mine has been, you are extremely fatigued. It's not even a fatigue, it's past fatigue. You just passing out.
Yeah.
And when it's low, oh, you going down, but it feels like a car with the batteries running low, and you like, feel like you walking the quicksand. But maybe everybody has a different experience
You're
because I
right.
know for me, when it's super high,
Yeah.
I don't even have time to think tired. I
Right.
just boom and wake up when the sugar normalized, looking around. When my sugar get low, oh no, it felt like I feel like I said, I feel like you ever saw your remote control car and it's running out of batteries and then it start going slow and then it stop? That's me. I feel
Uh,
like I'm in
yeah.
quicksand. I feel nervous. I feel weird and jittery. And so, it's just with that disease, with diabetes, that finding the balance is just, it's hard.
Right.
It's
Uh,
hard.
it is. Um, we got my brother said hello.
Hey, hey. So Darlene said, rest is not lazy. Love that. So true. I
Yes.
saw it as a form of laziness at one, but I had to get over that. Shell said no. Low when your sugar's low, you get the shakes.
Hmm.
So yeah, right. So did everybody like this episode? How do y'all feel about that? You know,
I just we just got confirmation. I don't know if you want me to announce it.
okay, go ahead and
Yeah,
announce.
on on August the 26th, we have an interview with Lachelle Paul, who will be Divided We Fall is her nonprofit. She will be coming on to have an interview with us and catch us up on everything that she's doing. So that confirmation just came through. So I'm very excited for us to have that interview at the end of August. Uh, it's just moving. I mean, we got some superstar things happening. Pierce, Queen,
Yeah,
Peach.
I love everything that we're doing here.
Yes.
I
And
love
we
all the
got some men.
phenomenal ladies
I had a
coming
man get
on.
upset with me because he hasn't been on our show. I said, it's crazy.
Really?
Yeah, what I'm like, why can't I get on there? You know what I'm saying?
Well, maybe we'll open up space for men to come on and have a conversation.
Yeah.
But let's
I've,
get back to working with illness. Everybody that's inside, hey Howard, everybody that's in the chat, drop some advice. If you are living with a chronic illness or you had an acute illness or whatever, how did you manage? How did you get through to your business? What advice would you give? Um, Yeah, drop it in the comments so I can read it. I guess my best advice would be to, don't give up.
Yes.
Don't allow, especially a chronic illness, to steal and rob your dreams away from you.
Yes.
Still get up and try and figure out a way. We gave you some tips. I will put it on all our pages. Figure out a way to manage your dreams.
Yeah.
Um, don't
Listen
give
to your
up.
body. Listen to your body. Listen to your body.
Or is that message for me?
Yes. Listen to your body.
Yeah,
That's
because
for
I will
anyone
push
listening
through.
in, tuning in. Listen to your body. I stopped listening to my body, and you got to listen to your body. Real talk. You got
Right,
to, or you will not be here. And you're going to
right,
feel so good when you put you first.
right.
Because remember, the
Also,
business cannot thrive if you're not thriving.
thriving. That's true. And take some preventative measures. Like Shell Paul said, like this would be a preventative measure. If you have diabetes, diet is the key.
Yep.
Manage your actually manage your medications.
Yeah.
Manage your illness. Shell
Mhm.
said that message is for her. Yeah, manage.
Yeah.
Take precautions. That's whether you got acute or chronic. I like what you said. Listen to your body.
Mhm.
Um, don't give up on your dreams. Manage them. To live said, work with a hypnotherapist such as myself. I guess that's for the pain management. Try your best to manage your pain. Um, but yeah, Darlene said,
Oh, I
build
love
your
that.
day around your meds and diet.
Yes, that's good advice right there. Build your day. And I think that's what I've done. Build my day around my meds and my diet. That is exactly what I have done.
Yeah.
Wow. What you think? Yep.
I think that's awesome. If you
Yeah.
can, but if you
Yeah.
have, just pain that just come out of nowhere, you really it's kind of hard. But yes, I do agree with that. Build your day around your meds and diet. It's very important when
Yeah.
managing a chronic illness. Um, if you are a consumer that patronizes a person with a chronic illness, I think we need to be mindful and understand that everyone is human and we may not show up all the time the way that you want us to. Smack said something very important earlier. Living with a chronic illness or just having a painful illness in general, it affects your moods.
Hmm.
So you may not get me on my best day. You may not get me, as jovial as I would normally be. Hey, how you doing?
Hmm.
You may get high, but just
Yep.
understand, you know, I am dealing with a illness. Also in it, I also said earlier, be transparent with your customer. Reach out to them. If you can't do it, like Vonda said, listen to your body. If you absolutely can't do it, reach out to your customer. Reach out.
Yep.
Okay. So I don't know. You got anything else you want to share before we close out? We are over the hour mark. I think this was a great show.
Yes, it was.
Um,
I just love what you and all of the periodicals. Well, all of the images you said they will be on the House of Peach app and on the website. But I love your reminder. Your diagnosis is not your destiny.
yep,
I
it's
love
not your
that.
destiny.
Yeah, you got to take care. You got to heal, and you got to thrive. You matter, and your health matters.
And
Very
your dreams matter.
yes, very important. Great, strong words to continue to empower our community out there.
All righty. Well, that was our show. We'll see you next week. What is next week topic? What are we talking about?
Next week we're talking about community building.
Oh, that's a great one.
Yes.
Community building strategies to community build. I guess we could talk about it um, on and off social media. How do you
Right.
community build?
Building
And
relationships. Yep.
not just building, how do you sustain the
Staying
relationships?
the real. Yep. We're
Because
going to
you
be
can
talking
build
about
so
that.
many things.
Yes, but you got to sustain those relationships. Yep.
Yep. So with that being said, taking photos said I was having seizure. I used the power of the mind to live. Help me with hypnotherapy. If you are interested in hypnotherapy, you can go to I think it's what tune into Beyond the Minds streamed on this channel Fridays at 8 p.m. Okay. If y'all interested in another method for dealing with pain, mental
Thank
health.
you, Darlene.
Thank you, Darlene. She said, "Great show." Did you guys enjoy this show? Did you benefit from the information here? Let us know in the chat, and then we're going to sign out.
All right.
Did you benefit from the show? I think I did. I learned a lot about myself.
I did too.
Let's talk about that while they speak in the comments. What did you learn about
I
tonight? What did you get from this show?
what I got from it is some other jewels to. I like how you said when you get up in the midnight because I am doing that, taking my phone, checking my emails. That's one less topic that I have to. If I could take my phone with me while I'm going to the restroom, I can look at my emails. Usually, I look at my emails in the morning, midday, and then before 5 p.m., and then I don't look at it again. So that was a way to cut down the clutter of my emails. I learned that you know the business can't thrive if I'm not thriving. And rest, 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 rest. Constant reminder that I come first.
Right.
Yeah,
I learned that looking at the chronic illness list that a lot of us suffer from chronic illnesses and we need to be more patient, not just in the entrepreneurial space, just in life in general, because we all are, if you suffer from something on there, you are experiencing an uncomfortable life. It's uncomfortable.
yeah.
So, yeah, we got to be more kind to each other, more kind. So, all right, with that being said, thank you, darling. She said this is an empowering topic. We'll see y'all next week where we'll discuss community building.
Yes.
um Thank y'all for tuning in. We hope you enjoy Hop the series. I cannot wait to introduce a couple phenomenal ladies on the show to our viewers. It's going to be awesome.
You
As
put up the one.
usual, you want me to put up the screen with it on
Yeah,
there?
put up with everybody that's there. Big shout
Yep.
out to my brother Howard. This is what we have coming up, everyone. On August the 12th, we have Darlene Sturgeon, MBA, who will be coming on. Our topic that day is Keep On Moving. This is for our female entrepreneurs. And following that, we will have our youngest entrepreneur, Helena Rose, who has going to be coming on talk about her lemonade stand and what she has coming up. And then on August the 20, 6, we will have Lachelle Paul from Divided We Fall, who will be coming on to talk about her nonprofit and why it was created. Next week we will be talking about creating community and how to sustain and build those relationships in committee. And then we'll also be talking about our women's rights timeline. Did I hit it right?
Well, the women's rights timeline is inside the mobile app, the House of
Oh,
Peach
okay, my
mobile app.
bad.
You could create community in the House of Peach mobile app, and you also will gain access to all these wonderful entrepreneurs that will be on this show, as well as the current ones. You can
Yeah,
reach out to them. You could watch their stories for inspiration. And you can also, if they have mentorship opportunities, click the mentorship button and reach out to these ladies. Get the information that you need. A hop is about helping you grow, helping you aspire to become the best person that you could be, even if it's not an entrepreneur, right? So
Right.
please share, like, share us, tell a friend, and we'll see y'all next week.
See y'all next week.
Y'all have an awesome night. Bye.
I can read your aura. Get that skill from my mama.